Yes, it is. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight, or morning or afternoon, wherever you're calling in from, depending on your time zone, or depending on what time you watch the replay, because I know some of you will be watching the replay. My name is Melissa Ahern, and I am out here in California. I'm in windy California, as it just shakes my house. And I just wanted to introduce myself, quickly share my story and Mike's story. You see my husband there in that cute picture. He's on a different picture screen here somewhere. If you look for him, we are not currently in the same household or same state or country, actually. Had to think about that for a minute, but we have a fun story. So I actually met and heard about LifeVantage, gosh, several years ago from a friend. That's how we always tend to hear about something like this, right? So a friend shared LifeVantage with me. We were part of a networking group together. And she's like, your husband's a pilot. He has the worst oxidative stress. And I'm like, don't know what you're talking about, because I didn't know what oxidative stress was. And I said, well, whatever that is, I think you should talk to my husband about it. So she actually gave me a couple samples for him to take and just to look at. And I connected the two of them, and he started taking the products, let's see, I don't know, 2+ years ago. And our story quickly changed last year in 2020, as many people's lives had changed in 2020. And his job as a pilot was threatened with that lovely word, the F word, called furlough. And we had to think about what was going to happen for our future. And we all knew that last year, a lot of things were out of our control. And we started thinking about different avenues. And I already was in network marketing in a different company. And at the same time of him being furloughed, my company decided to close their doors. So it became a very stressful time. We have 3 children, and it was Christmas. And now I was going to have no job that I've had for 14 years. And his job was going to be probably taken away too. So we decided we're already using these products from LifeVantage. They're amazing. They've helped our health. We should just share people, because we're already telling people about it. We should just start doing this as a business. So we did. We jumped in. And awesome thing about it is we actually were able to make over $3,000 in our first month. But our main reason why we even started taking the products is because of prevention. We have family history with cancer and heart attacks and all of those fun things, diabetes. So we knew that we just wanted to have better health. We have 3 young children again, and we just knew we need to be good. We need to be able to do whatever we can and be able to chase after them. So those were our main reasons to get started with the prevention component. And it really has changed our life in so many ways. And we're just really excited to have you all here tonight, so that way you can see how this could potentially benefit you. And I have an amazing person that is full of energy and lots of knowledge. Her name is Christi, and she's actually calling in from Colorado. And she has 5 grandkids, soon to be more, and 4 kids of her own. So I can only imagine the chaos that she's dealt with in her years. And she's got so much energy, but her knowledge with aesthetics and over 20 years in the health industry, specifically holistic health, is going to probably blow your mind. And who knows, she'll probably say a lot of things that we don't understand, but it's okay, because we can trust her. I love that someone else is more knowledgeable than me, and I can just absorb it and be a sponge. And she's been with LifeVantage, oh man, for a while now, but she actually is already making a 6-figure income. And she did that within 17 months of starting LifeVantage. That's crazy, Christy. I don't think I even realized that. But her passion is really helping others and educating them. I know I've reached out and asked her several questions, and she just chimes right in and answers them, and is a great support system. So we are excited to have her here tonight, and she's going to share some more information about all of our products, or at least whatever we can fit in a short amount of time. So we're going to give her the floor.
Thank you, Melissa. I just love your story. And I think it's so awesome that Mike's in Guam and he's tuning in, and we're going to get him retired soon. So thanks everybody. And just for taking the time tonight. I know what Thursday night, I'm just going to take about 20 minutes of your time, just give you kind of an overview of why Melissa and Mike and I are so excited about what's going on right now. But I'm coming in from Colorado, Western Slope, and this is a snapshot of my family and grandkids and crazy. And Dave and I met, I was going to college in Hawaii and I was very young, and he had two little boys, and David and Bobby, and they were 2 and 3 at the time. And so we raised them, had 2 more kids of our own, and life's been crazy. And just, we've worked jobs that we love over the years, but nothing was getting us to reach our dreams. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my business story and like really why I said yes to LifeVantage here in a minute. But I started off 22 years ago. I'm this young esthetician and I'm treating people's skin and with fancy products, fancy procedures, and I'm just listening to them and talking to them as they're in my chair. And it didn't take me long to figure out, oh, like everybody really has the same concerns. I mean, everybody is telling me how tired they are and the aches and pains they have, and they might not be sleeping, stressed out, right? Everybody's busy and stressed. Hormones are out of whack. And then I started really reading on the skin what they were telling me. It was just a fascinating journey. So I could tell if someone, wasn't eating well or too stressed or had hormonal issues, or wasn't pooping. I mean, the skin's our largest organ on the body. It's a telltale sign of what's going on. So fast forward, I started working for an anti-aging physician. And in 2004, he sent us to this amazing seminar for anti-aging physicians called A4M. And you guys, in 2004, it was a really big year in science. It was the year that all the scientists and physicians who were studying like aging and disease made a huge discovery. And that was at the root of aging itself, and at the root of every single disease that they were looking at, there was one common thread, and that was inflammation in our bodies. Cellular oxidative stress, inflammation was at the root of everything. And I was fascinated by this. I learned from this exercise physiologist on stage that, athletes actually have more oxidative stress than a lot of people because their cells require more oxygen. And if they're not neutralizing that oxidative stress, it will catch up to them in the end. That's when my shift changes and I took a more holistic approach, because guys, in the end, it doesn't matter how beautiful we are, how great our skin is, how great our hair is, what kind of house we lived in. It doesn't matter if we live to 100 years old if our bodies start breaking down at age 65. Can we all agree to that? Like, quality of life is what matters, the quality of years that we live. So then I got my nutrition certification in like disease prevention, started a clinic. But this is what I learned with my daily conversations. And I want you guys to really think about your daily conversations with your friends, with your family, with your spouse, just with yourself, right? Like, people are just not feeling well. Lots of aches and pains, lots of headaches, migraines, gut issues, not sleeping well, hormones. So what are most people doing? They're just grabbing things because they don't know, they're grabbing vitamins and supplements, and maybe their friend told them about something. Well, you guys, there are no regulations on vitamins and supplements. As a matter of fact, most of your vitamins, especially your antioxidant vitamins like A, C, and E, are doing more harm to our bodies than good. Our bodies don't recognize high doses of synthetic vitamin C, synthetic vitamin A. It doesn't know what to do with it. We're supposed to get our nourishment from real foods. Pain medications, right? Who pops ibuprofen like it's candy? It's horrible for you. Sleeping aids, energy drinks, these are just masking the pain, masking the issue. We've got to address the root cause. So I want you to think about our environment now. Guys, if you can kind of mute your phones, that would be great. Thank you. If you think about our environment now, it's so different than the environment of our ancestors. You know, since the Industrial Revolution, we've been exposed to 85,000 chemicals. Think about that, 85,000. Before the Industrial Revolution, you know, they were growing their own food. They were eating from locally sourced farm. Their water was more pure. Their air was more pure. They, they weren't as stressed. Sorry, guys, I gotta just mute. They weren't as stressed out as we are, um, right? They didn't have all the packaged foods and processed foods. So basically, we're exposed to more toxins than ever before. We're exposed to toxins. Toxins create free radicals. Free radicals attack our cells. That attack on our cells is called cellular oxidative stress / inflammation. And a lot of people don't realize this, but our cells actually have their own defense mechanism where they release antioxidants to neutralize the oxidative stress. But our toxic burden is so high these days, our poor little cells can't keep up. So that's why oxidative stress, we're having more and more and more of it. And very simply, this is why disease is on the rise. So this is just a snapshot of the damaging effects of oxidative stress. It affects every organ and system in our body, you guys, from our eyes to brain. I want you to think Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, just ADD, autism, stress, anxiety, you know, skin diseases, right? That's inflammation coming from within. You know, think skin cancers, wrinkles, eczema, gut issues. How many people do you know that don't have gut issues? Like everybody has gut issues. It's crazy these days, right? So we at LifeVantage, it's all about biohacking. You've probably heard the term, you might not understand it. It very simply means just taking control of your own biology. There's a lot of things we can do to just biohack, you know, doing things for our bodies that our bodies recognize, and just taking control and saying no to the madness. And what we're doing is we are using nutrigenomics. Nutrigenomics is taking plant-based nutritional compounds that our bodies recognize, and formulating them to actually change gene expression. So nutrigenomics is expected to reach over $17 trillion by the year 2023. That's like literally around the corner. Sorry for the noise. We just moved into this little rental apartment. I have no idea what's going on. But I don't smell any smoke, so I think we're okay. If I run outside, you'll know why. Okay, so nutrigenomics. Isn't that fascinating though? Like taking products our bodies recognize that actually changes gene expression. So our hero formulation is called Protandem, and it's a product in nutrigenomics. It was actually formulated in the year 2003. So is taking turmeric. You guys have probably heard of turmeric, and you're probably taking turmeric and just grabbing it off the shelves, right? Because turmeric is full of anti-inflammatory benefits. And
to African American spirituals like Wade in the Water and Sinnerman.
But you know what? Again, there's no regulation. So turmeric could be, the turmeric on the shelf at the grocery store could totally be like colored powder that we don't even know what it is, right? It has no benefits. And green tea, same thing with green tea. You can't go to Starbucks and drink a green tea latte thinking that you're getting the antioxidant benefits of green tea, right? So anyway, the formulator of Protandem studied different ways. You remember our cells have that defense mechanism where it activates our antioxidant system to neutralize oxidative stress. Well, the scientist who formulated Protandim knew that, man, if I could formulate something that actually activated that process, activated our cells to make antioxidants, to neutralize oxidative stress on a day-to-day basis, it's going to be huge. So he did all these different formulas with synthetic ingredients, different plant ingredients, and he came up with this special one. So taking the individual ingredients in just a way to compress them into this little yellow pill, we call it, it's called Protandem. It activates our cells, it activates our nerve 2 pathway to make antioxidants, you guys. It is clinically proven to lower cellular oxidative stress by 40% in the first 30 days. it has a cumulative effect. So after 120 days, you can't determine the oxidative stress levels of an 80-year-old to a 20-year-old. So when Melissa and Mike and myself are 80 years old, we're going to have oxidative stress levels of a 20-year-old. So by getting rid of that inflammation, you guys, all that really means is that our bodies have a chance to function and perform better, lowering risk for disease, slowing down the aging process. If you guys are into glutathione, especially like athletes, if you've been studying like COVID, they've talked a lot about glutathione levels. Glutathione is the mother of all antioxidants in our system. It's made in our bodies by our bodies. You can't supplement with glutathione. Your body has to manufacture it. You guys, by activating NRF2 with protandim, glutathione levels are increased by 300%. That's just a really big deal. And this is my favorite. Our National Institutes of Aging, it's a government-funded program. They heard about protandim in 2003. So in 2005, they're like, you know what? We're going to study protandim for 10 years. We're going to study it against turmeric. We're going to study it, with green tea. We're going to study resveratrol, which is healthy grape skin extract, and fish oils, because that's supposed to be healthy too. So they studied protandim and these other ingredients for 10 years. At the end of the 10 years, they deemed that protandim is the only thing they've studied so far that actually they can say extends quality of life in mammals. So we can legally say protandim extends quality of life in mammals. Like, that's a big deal. Like, drop the mic. I feel like I should just say end of story. But if you want me to continue with more information, I will. If you guys have not seen John Quinones interviewing the doctor on this ABC Primetime Investigative Report, please do. It's a 6-minute report. It's the best third-party tool that we can show you. It's amazing. And so John Quinones on live TV, he goes to kind of debunk the theory that this little yellow pill can actually reduce oxidative stress. So he goes on live TV, he gets his blood drawn, takes protandim every day for 2 full weeks. At the end of the 2 weeks, he gets his blood drawn again. His oxidative stress levels went down 45% in 2 weeks. So this was huge, huge news. So that actually initiated other research institutions to do their own self-funded study on protandim. And so now we have 28 peer-reviewed published studies on PubMed.gov. That's a really big deal. And we're publicly traded. And so if you don't believe me, go to PubMed, type in protandim. You're going to see our 28 peer-reviewed studies there. There's one on osteoarthritis. There's one on multiple sclerosis. And I cannot say that protandim treats, mitigates, cures disease, but you'll see that this has been studied, and the results of the studies is pretty fascinating if you're a researcher. And these are the institutions that actually spent their own dollars to research protandim: American Heart Association, Mayo Clinic, Ohio State, Johns Hopkins. Big deal, right? So think about everything anybody else is taking out there, any other vitamin supplement. It's not going to be published on PubMed, and it's not going to reduce cellular oxidative stress. We've got to address that inflammation. So you might be thinking, well, Christy, I eat a lot of antioxidants, like in fruits and vegetables, right? But, and I'd like to take this time just to ask you guys, like, what foods out there contain antioxidants? There's only one food group that contains antioxidants. That is plant-based foods. Foods Mother Nature provides for us. That's where we're supposed to get our nourishment and our healing from, our plant-based foods. So fruits and vegetables and beans and legumes and grains and any plant herbs. So we're making trillions of free radicals every single day. When you eat direct antioxidants, it's neutralizing one free radical to one antioxidant. So say you eat a carton of wild blueberries. They're so healthy for you, right? There's maybe 16,000 antioxidants in a carton of wild blueberries, say. So that's great. It's neutralizing 16,000 free radicals. So eat them all day long, every day, different colors and varieties of fruits and vegetables. But you guys, when you take protandim, because it's activating our own bodies to make antioxidants, it's neutralizing 1 million. So consuming lots of fruits and vegetables and plant-based foods is like pouring a Dixie cup of water throughout our body every day to neutralize those flames. Taking protandim every day is like a fire hose in every compartment of your body, shooting out the flames. Like, that's how significant this is. So I know I've spent a lot of time on this one product, but that is our hero product. We wouldn't be here today without protandim NRF2. Nobody else has it. Nobody has the studies like that. So guess what? We have now formulated, we've taken the Nerf 2 ingredients and we've put it in a beauty system, a hair system, completely clean, no chemicals, you guys, and it's new technology. It's working with our body's chemistry to function and perform better. So our skin is looking better, our hair is growing and thicker and fuller. Pet tannin for dogs, Nerf 2 activation for dogs. Think about the doggy business out there. People are buying supplements and for their dogs all day long, and there's no science behind it. So we're taking our science-backed Nerf 2 and putting it in a little chewable tablet for dogs and cats. And then we've got Nerf 2 in our Axio, which is brain activation. It's in a category called nootropics, which turns on neurotransmitters, settling the brain, making things more clear and focused. Kids can drink Axios. We have physicians talking about Axio for 30 minutes. So if you're really interested, we can share with you that information. We have this brand new launch June 1st, CBD infused Nerve 2 body system. Oh my gosh, you guys. So we just upped the game with this whole body system, a lotion, a wash, a body butter, a deodorant, the beauty serum. If you guys are in our private Facebook group, as a customer support group called Vitality Rocks, go and check out some photos. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Again, clean. It's rates a 0 on the Think Dirty app, which means there's no chemicals. It's all plant-based. Again, just allowing our bodies to function and perform better. I'm going to mention our other two Protandim products because they're very significant. Protandim Nerf 1, I want you to think about mitochondria. You know, you might remember this from 7th grade science, but our mitochondria is like the engine of our cells, the powerhouse of our cells. And over time, naturally, our mitochondria break down. So our cellular energy breaks down. Once we're out of mitochondria, we're dead. You know what breaks down mitochondria even quicker are things like over-the-counter pain medications, ibuprofen, Tylenol, pharmaceutical drugs, toxins in our foods, stress, trauma, break down mitochondria even quicker. So you know what? We have Protandim Nerf 1, 5 different plant ingredients that actually help boost mitochondrial production. So I really want you to visualize, take this moment right now, think about every cell in your body, the Protandim Nerf 2 is keeping inflammation down, and Protandim Nerf 1 is rebooting our cellular energy. Think about how you would feel on that, on just these two alone, how our body's functioning and performing better. Now that word nutrigenomics and biohacking, it makes more sense, doesn't it? And then our third Protandim product is called NAD, and it actually activates with 4 plant ingredients our longevity gene. This is huge science. NAD is why like future generations are going to live longer. They're going to live to 120, 140 and beyond because of the science that's happening today, because now we're actually activating our longevity gene. So when you take the NAD, it's going to actually help the Protandim Nerf 2 and Nerf 1 function better. So I'm trying to keep this super simple. And I just want to mention our guts, right? Like Hippocrates in 460 BC, he knew, and he's quoted, that all disease starts in the gut. Again, our guts are unhealthy. 1 course of antibiotics, you guys, destroys our guts for 1 full year. It's really hard to bring that gut health back. When we have a poor gut health, we can't absorb nutrients from our food, so we're not getting good, the nutrients that we need, even when we're eating good foods. There's a direct relationship between poor gut health to poor brain health, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, and a poor gut health to weight gain. So we have to get our guts healthy. What most people don't understand is that most probiotics die when they hit the stomach acid. So ours comes in these little spheres. You take 3 a day and it gets past the stomach acid and it's time released to get that good nourishing bacteria to the small and large intestine. I'm telling you, you're going to feel it like in 3 or 4 days. Your gut is just going to feel better. If you're gassy and bloated, your gut's just going to function better. And we have to talk about poop because people just don't poop enough or the right way. It can't be squishy like toothpaste and it can't be like little deer pellets. So we've got to have good, healthy poops all day long. And we're just not. So take the probiotic and then just kind of see for yourself. And then we have a prebiotic, which is like a fertilizer for the probiotic, and it comes in a drink. It has fiber in it. So if you're trying to lose weight, you can actually drink the prebiotic 30 minutes before you eat to feel more full, and you won't eat as much. So just had to mention that. And I want to just click through some photos, you guys. This is Nerve 2 activation for the hair. Again, no chemicals are doing this. This is truly just new science. Nerve 2 beautiful skin. The gal in the middle, Milena, this is 4.5 years of taking the Vitality Stack, which is Nerve 2, Nerve 1, ProBio, and clean fish oils, and then using our True Science skincare on the outside. So inside, outside, she's had no chemical peels, no Botox, no fillers. This is literally her body functioning better, slowing down the aging process. Isn't it crazy? Like that's like my favorite picture, just to show you what our products inside and out can do. And of course, weight. So if you are thinking, okay, I got to get on these products and I've got a few friends I want to share them with, guess what? We have this awesome friends and family customer referral program where as soon as you become a customer, you have your own link. You can share it with any friend and family. They immediately get $10 off their purchase, and you get $10 credit every time they order from your link. There's no limitations to this. So you could potentially get your products for free if you're sharing with your friends and family. So I want to mention just this side gig that we have. And if this isn't for you, if you don't have an entrepreneurial spirit, that's totally okay, because it's not for everybody. But you may know of someone, especially right now, right, with what's going on in the world, that really needs an opportunity, that just at least needs to listen to this information to see if it's something for them or not. But you guys, when I was introduced to this industry, I was 48 years old, and I had put everything into medical clinic. I was doing preventative medicine plus cosmetic dermatology, and I had a partner, and we got up and running. I actually took money out that I didn't have to pour into this. I thought this was going to be my dream. It was going to be my legacy for my family. It was going to get us out of a financial rut. And no, it did not happen that way. I lost the medical clinic due to a failed partnership. 48 years old, my husband was 53. Our youngest was about to graduate high school. Our oldest were having kids, and we literally had to start at zero. And I'm thinking, we had no money in retirement, and I was introduced to this industry, you guys, and it's what saved me. I looked at it as a profession. I learned how to work it as a professional, and it's been amazing ever since. And I learned that, by pouring myself into other people, my own worries quickly went away, and it fast tracked us towards retirement. We're now able to go and travel and see our kids. We just got back from California to see our kids up there. They've got identical twins. They're 18 months old. And I was working still. I had my cell phone. I was doing stuff like this and talking to my customers and stuff from my cell phone on my own time. So it saved me, and it saves hundreds and hundreds of people that I've been able to share this with. So you can plug in right away. You can work from anywhere. We have no inventory. I think people get afraid that you have to, just as a distributor, you have to build up inventory. You guys, it's literally your own product you're taking. We have no inventory we have to have. And an online shopping portal that works just like Amazon. And you guys know, people are so used to just ordering things online. They're loving subscriptions. They're loving products getting drop shipped to their door. So we've got that. So we're just we're in this economy right now. It's awesome. We get paid daily, weekly, monthly. And you guys, we are tapped in to the biggest growing trend around the world, and that is this anti-aging. Think about it. We are tapped into the weight loss, to energy, to pet care, to hair care, to skin care, to anti-aging, and now this whole CBD craze. We're tapped into all of that. We've got the products for everybody, anybody with cells and hair and pets. So I'm just going to wrap it up by saying thank you again for joining us, and start biohacking today. If anything, become a customer, get on the Vitality Stack, the Tri-Synergizer. If you have any questions, the person who invited you here tonight will get back to you with information, get you ready for your products to order. Or you know what, if you have that entrepreneurial spirit and it's kind of tugging at your heart and you're already thinking about how this could be a great side gig for you, join our team. You've got nothing to lose, absolutely nothing to lose. everything to gain, amazing people. I would not know Mike and Melissa if it weren't for this business. And we're actually going to go to Park City here next month together and spend some time together. So it's a lifestyle business, and you can just integrate it in and out of your daily life. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up, and you guys have a really great night, and get back to the person who invited you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Melissa and Mike.
You're welcome. Have a good night, everybody.